Right, live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. This is the Friday edition. I appreciate everyone that's already coming in. Gracias, mi linda, maravillosa raza. Don't forget to hit that like, hit that pinche subscribe. And when you hit the bell, you got to hit the all button. That way you're notified. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the chat. Mismo rollo. It's just a beautiful day because it's el fin de semana, Dia de Padres. So to everyone that tiene su padre todavía, abrázalo. If you are a padre, hey, felicidades para ti. Here comes the weekend, ¿verdad? You know, the memes have been coming out. Me getting ready for Father's Day. And the guy's been on the grill for hours, right? And he steps back. He puts a little regalito right there next to the grill. He steps back. And then he covers his eyes. And, oh, man, all this comida for me? Straight gacho. Hold on. Let me get the chat up right now. Boom. Wow, it reminds me of shout out to Marvelous Inc., my boy. He commented on the IG. He said, womp, womp, womp. But he was talking about the Chavo del Ocho, right? The Chavo. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that clip. We'll talk about that clip in a little bit. Hold on. Here it is. Cabrones. So shout out to all the day oneers. Shout out to everyone in the Pinchy members only, man. The backbone of the community. You already know who you are. And shout out to the new members también that just came in there. They're probably going back and watching the catalog. I appreciate you, cabrones. The true backbone, the supporters. I highly appreciate you. Even the viewers, all of you guys, supporters. But, you know, the $5.99, the something 99. It's just one more way to show appreciation. It's kind of like when you see a vato. A lot of us see a vato y el güey tiene dinero. O sea, parece que, you know, it's not an issue to him. Okay, so, you know, somewhere along the line, you have a relationship, whatever. He didn't see it coming. All of a sudden, hey, good looking out. Boom. You know, and you hit him with something. When people don't expect it, o sea, real shit happens like that. And guess what? You know, it comes right back to somebody. So anyways, I appreciate the members only. Gracias to all the members only. Gracias to everyone inside the comment section right now. Let me go ahead and get it up. Boom. That's right, my boy, Everlasting Bass. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Everlasting Bass. We're going to talk about a lot of things. If the la hora just doesn't fly by like it always does. Before I say anything, though, I did share something on my IG story, gente. They're having a buyout. A comida buyout. And I'm talking about comida, pues, mexicana, cabrones. I mean, I don't know. Hate me or love me, no matter what. Speak straight from the corazon. I think Mexican food is the best food on the planet. But I'm being biased. Or is that just me? Porque soy mexicano, right? They're having a buyout of comida. If you're in L.A., sas, I even threw it up for you, cabrones. If you're in L.A., hit Whittier Boulevard tomorrow. I think it's, I can even check my IG story. I could just check my IG story. June 15th, 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. And all you guys hearted it, cabrones. 5556, hit Whittier Boulevard. The first time I ever tasted a huarache was on Whittier Boulevard. I didn't even know a huarache existed. O sea, hacen it's like a sope. Pero como la chancla que tú y yo agarrábamos, hey, no nos portábamos bien, but we didn't do no stupid pendejadas como estos babosos. Anyways, so tomorrow there's a sellout, and what is the purpose of the sellout? Well, let me tell you, okay? It's for Alex Enamorado. So it was shared. I decided to share it, of course. I put myself in her shoes. Gente, you got to get used to when you come on Chicano Tube that over here you're going to get the Chicano's perspective, but you're also going to get it objectively. You're not just going to get someone coming in without analyzing shit and then all of a sudden goes half-cocked. That's never going to happen. So, though I might not agree politically and other things with the individual, has no matter, has no relevance into, you know what? He's in a bad situation and he's asking for help. So why can't you help someone out? I'm sure he woke up in the middle of the night several times for some street vendors. I'm sure he did that multiple times. So, yeah, Whittier was the first time. Okay, so I was passing under the bridge. Okay, you know how you pass under the bridge on Whittier, right? And I remember it was on the left side, and I didn't park on that side. I think I had to park over here. And parking is, you cabrones know what parking is on Whittier Boulevard. Huh? You guys have mastered it. And me, I'm driving, trying to get parking. So it was right when you pass under the Whittier sign on the left side. It was just a fayuca. It was a fayuca. And I looked at the menu, and the menu said Huarache. And it was a Oaxaca. It was a short little Oaxaca lady. And she had the bar open like, no, I'm sorry. So she made the food. And then after she made the food, cabrones, she lifted up the bar como it has like this little bar, like a little pinchy pole, you know what I mean, stainless steel pole. She lifted it up. All the salsas came out. Sas. And she goes, lo que te gusta, joven. Oh, my gosh. So anyways, 55, 56, Whittier. This is just another way to, I believe, I'm not 100% sure on, so don't quote me on this. I believe this is a direct way to help out. The legal fees we had talked about for Alex were, I mean, Nicholas Rosenberg was too much. It was too much. It's great. It's great when you have a top-tier lawyer. Absolutely, 1,000% of the time. But we don't need a cabron who's trying to get TikTok famous. Let's keep this a buck. I don't want a pinchy attorney that's trying to get TikTok famous, and all of a sudden he's in every concert with all the homies. I mean, come on now. You know, he's going to turn into the pinchy lawyer from Carlito's Way. Anyways, cabrones, man, hit that like. That's right, Andres Juarez, I see you, my boy. What year is that on the avatar, cabron? Make the comments a little bit bigger. Why not? Yeah, what year is that? Not too big. It's going to take a lot away from. All right, anyways, that's right, my boy. Everlasting Bass, that's right, my boy. Everlasting Bass, that's right. I appreciate you, Leo M. Saludos, Mikey and Christine. Yeah, so Christine's doing good. She's been busy. Christine's been busy. Christine stays busy. If you follow her on IG, mostly the business ones, then you'll see the work, gente. Like this shirt right here. Where's the shirt from? Boom. We just came back from Kentucky. Man, that Kentucky is like that. I want to say it's like that down south Confederate style of state. You know, even the hats are different. Everyone has that hard down southern accent. That one, and I'm down with it. I'm down with it. You seen me? Hice un cortito. Did I do one or two? Hice dos cortos, shorts. Ahí mira, se estaba caminando. Went to go get some chenate one time for the wifey, and another time just passing through. No, both times. Both times I got sent to go get coffee. You know. And so I'm walking down the calles, and I'm tripping out, man. I'm just tripping out. Bluegrass, blue caballos. And so that's what's up today, huh? If you didn't know, now you know. That's right, Leo M. I see you, my boy. Chicano Tube, that's right, man. So let's go ahead and shout out to all the Chicano pages, Chicano channels. Speaking of, the buyout. So let me finish that. The buyout for Alex, if you want to support, because, again, there was only 6 racks that was raised out of 100. Okay, that's not showing support. Come on, let's keep that a buck. 6 racks. I mean, that's not showing support. So 100 would have been Rosenberg. I think we can get it more reasonable and get it down, and they can still, they can still get a good attorney for them. So anyways, the buyout's over there. And then I had mentioned, the Chicano channels. That's right. So I want to give a shout out to Chicano Elegance. Chicano Elegance. Mi amiga, she doesn't hold back, you know what I mean? She just shoots. Pop, 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 pop. She did an IG live. I think I caught a piece of it in the morning, and it said, Hablando pura with a pinchy, a brown poop sign. But it was funny because, anyway, shout out to her and her event tomorrow. It's happening tomorrow. We'll talk about that right now, but hold on. I don't want to forget about the good IG convo she said. She said, why is it that Mexicanos... We don't want to put this on the whole culture because it's not a culture that only does this. But why is it when Mexicanos do events, raza, that you have to tell the DJ, hey, make an announcement, cabron, that all the centerpieces and all the adornos and everything else that it is not for grabs, and you can't take it. Que gacho. But we're not putting this on a people, because this isn't a people's tendencies. This is what crossed the board is called. Man, it's called mañas. Tienen mañas, mala costumbre. If my mother was still alive, moms, rest in peace, rest in heaven. I went to see moms before I came over here. I don't want to digress. If moms were still alive, moms would say, es falta de educación. Tu falta de educación. O sea, you should have been up on game. And some people will blame and say, oh, I wasn't taught it neither. But why is it que la raza tiene que hacer eso? What if half of the items, the centerpieces, the adornos, the chandeliers, the pillars, the lion heads, whatever it is, right? What if those are rentals and the raza, we have to stop las tías from taking them? That's right, my boy. Machete Team Terminator is in the casa. I appreciate you. One of my members, one of my day oneers. I appreciate you, cabron. You know what you got now. You know automatically by joining the members only, you got the VIP pass to that one. So that's going to be a great, great November. We're all looking forward to it. Seamless negotiations. I mean, one of the quickest signings I had. August has been hit and miss. People say they want in. I don't want to fight him. I want him to weigh that. I don't give a fuck. If you think I'm blasting you right now, it is what it is. You tell me that you're not saying that. Or you tell the people that you're not saying that. I'm just saying. But anyways, that one in Thanksgiving, it's going to be a great one. My boy Machete now is going to be there. Órale. That's right. So, Chicano Elegance was saying, why is it? So I thought, and maybe Miss Chicano too, if she's watching, she's busy, but she has an earbud in one ear. If she's watching, I could have swore one time, I don't know if we talked about that before our first or our second wedding. Yeah, what do I mean by that is that we got married a lo civil y luego a la iglesia. So that you have to tell the raza, hey, a las tías, hey, those headpieces, where are you going? Doesn't just belong to Mexicanos. No, it doesn't, cabrones. So stop with that también, okay? Don't put that jacket on us. It's just, like mi amiga Chicano Elegance was saying, it's bad behavior. And let's just not enable that. Let's just keep trying to educate, and maybe they'll snap out of it. But people from that generation, ya tienen sus mañas all of their lives. You're trying to rewire a person that's like 60 and over. It's not going to happen. I don't care how much, I think I got a breakthrough, whether you're trying to pump politics down their throat or you're trying to pump diets or whatever it could be, right? You're trying to put it their 60 and over generation is already wired with a lifelong of habits. I'm not saying it's possible, but anyways, I thought Miss Chicano Tube said one time, hey, we got to make an announcement. And I don't know if it was at the first wedding or second wedding, que no se llevan los adornos. So is it that the raza would grab those pinche adornos, and what would the raza do with it? Will we put it up on the fireplace? And all of a sudden, from every quince and every wedding we've ever gone to, every 16, baptism, debutante ball, all of these events, right? That there's un recuerdo on that? Why do we have to do that as a pinche raza if the gente are already giving out recuerdos? They're already giving out... Anyway, so shout out to Chicano Elegance. So the event is tomorrow. It's just another great event. And yo 100% apoyo. So shout out to you, amiga, and everything that you got going on over there. The whole event sells out. It's a popular, very popular network event. And of course, I believe its mission is to empower the people. Give knowledge to the people. Help the people. Ayudar a tu hermano. Pull them up. Don't push them down in the pinche bucket. You hear me talk about that a lot. Pull them up. De abajo del pinche bucket. But anyway, so shout out to her. All right, we're going to keep it pushing now. That's right, Leo M. I see you, my boy. That's right, Machete. No legal bonding documents here. Este cabrón. Oh, man, I'm just saying. Anyway, so Hood Stocks, real quick. It came across my feed. Hood Stocks did a Texas tour. And so they got like 2 or 3 videos that were dropping tonight. And maybe another 2 or 3 videos. My best guess is he probably just threw a whole day of nothing but recording. That way you can just get it all out of the way. And then just enjoy the familia, enjoy the vacation. Do what you got to do in Texas, which is some of the best barbecue or the best barbecue that me and the wifey have ever tasted is right there. Let's just keep that real. That's barbecue. Boom. Headquarters. They got all of the stars and trophies and awards. They're the best. They're the best. Anyways, so Hoodstock, and then he posted a short. Oh, man. He posted a short, and it was him getting pulled over. And he's driving in a slingshot, and oh, man, it's just funny, man. It's funny. But anyway, shout out to him. He's making light of it, too. The ticket, I mean, who likes the ticket? But you're going to have to deal with Johnny Law, then do what you got to do, I guess, right? But anyways, on one of his interviews, I said that to say this. On one of his interviews, the topic came up of SPM one more time. And it's something that not all the raza in Texas, but there's a large base. There's a large concentration of people. I'm not speaking for all Texans. So don't start blowing up the phone line. Okay, I'm not even going to put the phone line. I'm going to take the phone line off. They start blowing me up. I want to talk to you tonight.
Now you home with us and defend the barrio. Patos Locos forever. Forever.
The topic gets brought up. They got a lot of support. A lot of people are saying that the paperwork from South Park Mexican, and if you don't know South Park Mexican, maybe he rapped before your time. He had some slappers. Come on, let's keep this a buck, gente. Now, music that's garbage is music that's garbage. I've been very, very blunt about saying, if music is garbage, then I'm going to let you know exactly that. No, I'm not rocking it. It's garbage. And throw that CD. You know what I mean? Just like Too Short said. What do you say? With your weak-ass tape. But anyways, so shout out to him. Shout out to the Texas tour. So with the SPM thing, there's a lot of people that are just saying the paperwork's not real. He got railroaded. They railroaded him. It was a railroad. The whole thing was fabricated. I'm not ever going to rule out of the realm of possibility anything out. I have to think about it. I want to know all the facts before I come to any kind of conclusion. So they can railroad a person, throw them in there. Matter of fact, we're just seeing, me and the wifey we started watching Yellowstone again. And that pinche Yellowstone cabron Cowboy Dutton, the bodyguard, the actor that played the bodyguard with Winnie, that cabron wanted to show the head native dude, the one that had the most political power, native leader. The political leader of the natives. Maybe there was a spiritual leader more in the community or someone that was on the reservation, because this dude looked like, he's wearing John Gotti suits every day. But anyways, the Dutton guy, the cowboy guy, he had all law enforcement behind him. He had the judges in his pocket. He had all the politicians in his pocket. This one investor that tried to come in and buy shit, they told him there's not a judge in this county that'll try John Dutton. Powerful. So what did he do? He ended up getting the pinchy head political Indian dude thrown in jail. Boom. And he went to meet him. The dude was in an orange jumpsuit. He went to meet him in a little Corcoran shoe cheesecake yard. Cheesecake yard. hit that like. Don't forget to hit that like. That's all I ask, is hit that like, cabrones. He went to go meet him just to show him how much power he had. So a lot of the Yellowstone thing does have to do with, and guess what the main native dude told him? He goes, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take all of the land back, brick by brick. And this is what the native dude told him. He was a badass. He goes, and I'm going to make sure that not one stone of remembrance is left from your family, ranch after ranch after ranch. He goes, I'm going to, he's like this, pinche indio. He said, I'm going to restore the land how it was before you got here. Chingado. And he's in an orange jumpsuit, el indio. And Dunn was chewing gum, didn't give a shit. He knew I have all the judges. I have all the lawyers. I have all the politicians. I got law enforcement. When you got that under your belt, gee, you got major juice. Major juice, man. I don't even know how we got over there. But anyways. That's right. Farmeros in the casa. Is it? That's right, my boy. Boy Aguilar, man, we ain't going to get anything about SPM until he gets out. That's what we're talking about, the Gente Rufus. So there's a large group of people that are saying anyone that comes out with this paperwork, middle fingers up to you. I came out with that paperwork. A lot of questions were asked about it. I dropped a video about it. I said, Gente, he touched, was she 8 years old? Oh, I don't even want to say it. Again, people are saying railroaded. So Lucky from Hoodstocks, they touched on that. That's always one topic. And then the rest of the time, they were just talking about California, Texas, which there should be a real strong tie. This is the Southwest, or formerly the country of Mexico. Formerly I know Nino America. He don't want to hear that. Pinche Nino America. Formerly Mexico. And a lot of people are saying give the land back to Mexico. Or some people are saying take it back even further than when the nation was established and give it back to its original blood-carrying natives that walked on the land. You know what? The series Yellowstone, so they're natives, but they're up north. So they're like North, I don't know if this even is a term, but North American natives, because they go there, same blood though, flowing all through that continent. Again, this is what I believe. Same blood flowing all through that continent, and possibly even natives in Canada. For certain, all through Central and South America, all the way to the boot. I think there was the oldest native town, and I could be wrong, the oldest native town on record, and that's since civilizations have started keeping records. Native town is, I believe it's called Monte Carlo, all the cholos, Monte Carlo, and I believe it's at the very boot of South America down there, and there's still pure-blooded, natives down there, I believe. That's crazy. So again, the blood is all flowing. But anyways, so that guy in Yellowstone, for sure, he was a North American native up here. But you know, the whole thing with that, it was such a great pinchy show. By the way, let me give it its plug right now, because I believe it's on Peacock. Unless you got that, and if you don't have that app, then it is what it is. What a great show. So it's kind of like Cowboys and Indians, Republicans, Democrats too, because the dude Dutton ends up, just Republican, getting the running for it, just because he sees too many opposition trying to come in and take what he's trying to establish. So he says, I need to go to the highest power. They always wanted him to run anyways. But one night he just had a pinchy Republican Party. He told the crazy daughter she was only there temporary, and she's off the chain crazy. But of all the sons, she said, I need you to back me up. La que más tiene acá arriba. And she's like, me? Smoking a cigarette. She's drinking a bottle every pinchy day. drinking a she's drinking a botella every day, gente. That show's off the chain, man. But again, and then one of the sons is catching like 2, 3 bodies, multiple bodies, because he's a badass Navy Cross Medal of Valor dude. And he's still real young, so yeah, that's a good show. All right, let's keep it pushing. I'm going to go in the comment section, but we're going to keep it pushing because I got a couple things I want to talk about, too. I know we're talking about hood stocks, SPM. That's enough of that. We absolutely never will condone anything like that here, period. Matter of fact, if you know the history, I disconnected myself from a lot of pendejos that are still on YouTube right now. These pendejos are still on YouTube. One show I call Beavis and Butthead, when 2 individuals are on at the same time. Beavis and Butthead. So that's one show. So individuals that just, my pipa this and all that. We don't even play that in California. I'm sorry. It's going to go bad for you. Don't even open that. So the worst thing is having those charges and those P-dubs. All right. So enough of that. Let's keep it pushing. Anyway, speaking of P-dubs, all right, maybe let's touch this a little bit. You've seen the last video that I dropped. Okay. Cálmase. You've seen the last video. And it's about this guy right here.
Thinking of letting him in, ese?
Told you he's my best crime partner.
He ain't Mexican, ese?
You've seen the last video that I dropped, okay? That was because someone sent me a clip. I can't even listen to the guy. I mean, more than a minute. It's like listening to the runner. Serio. Listening to him is like listening to the runner. So serio. So someone sent me the clip and it said, yeah, people on YouTube are saying this and saying that. It's one thing after another, right? The first one was, hey, if I don't get 100,000 followers, if I don't reach 100,000, none of this is worth my time. I'll close my channel down and I'll live my life like a square the rest of my life, Johnny Q citizen, and enjoy my life. And just catch me on other social media, but not on YouTube. This shit is a lot of work. I got to keep that a buck. But what happened when the year came? Nothing. So kind of like that. It's been one thing after another. I just, gente, me and the wifey, huge. Me and the beautiful, smoking, sexy, hot Miss Chicano tube, huge on integrity, huge on keeping your pinchy word. Your word is what you got if you come from that generation. I'm not going to hold, you don't know what you don't know. If you're ignorant of something, it sounds like a strong word, but you're ignorant of it. That means you just don't know what you don't know. When you burn the bridge one time is all you need to burn the whole fucking bridge, because how can you believe anything else that comes out of the individual's mouth? How? You tell me. Well, it's like this. Well, it's like that. And then they're staging beefs and they're faking funk and they're doing. Come on. So anyways, let me just talk about that. So yeah, someone sent me a video and we're talking about Alvin. If you didn't know Alvin and the Chipmunks, that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say no names. So someone sent me that clip. That's always been on the internet. That's been on the internet since last February. I want to give a shout out to the grifter guy. That's right, my boy, anti-grifter. Just to bring it to attention. This is public record. The website was right on top of all the P-dubs. P-dubs got dropped. The P-dubs got dropped again because it's going to be a time and time again lying to the people. Lying to the people. To each his own. I'm just pointing it out. Obviously, you're going to have people that are going to support you. Fuck it. They're going to support you for whatever the fuck you do. We're just talking about SPM supporters. They're going to support him till the pinchy casket drops. Straight up. They don't care what he does. HZ, that's right. RIP. We're going to get to Johnny Canales, cabrón. You just reminded me right now. So let's keep it moving. I want to talk about P-dubs, and all that, man. Because then all of a sudden, there's a lot of channels. All of a sudden, boom, I throw something out there. Sass. And the next thing you know, it just starts, videos get made. Boom, 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 boom. We all follow each other, so we can all see it. And I'm like, oh, yeah. No one I made a video, but I thought about that, mentioned that, and it's like, it's good. That means they're just watching us, gente. That's all they're doing is watching us. You know what it is.
La R controlamos todo.
Chicano Tube, controlamos todo. Anyways, next Wednesday, before we get into Johnny Canales, Bill Belichick, I'm trying to touch those two. Maybe Floyd Mayweather. I don't know. Or maybe we'll just keep going off the comments. Next Wednesday is going to be the 1-year anniversary of Chicano Tube, gente. So tap in. Okay, tap in. Call in, get a shirt. Call in, get a beanie. Call in, get a tank top. You know, for sure, at least I got a few tank tops because I already know it's summertime and you guys want to start sporting that. Just do me a favor, like everyone that we sent out last time, is just tag me in it. You know what I mean? Put it on IG, tag me in it. And then after that, I'll put the merch store. Now, the prices are reasonable. So it is Hanes material. So to the guys that want the thick Pro Club, the thick Shaka, just let me know. You know what I mean? Get at me. I'd rather send you the logo and you print that shit out, and then that way you have a thick-ass Shaka or Pro Club. You know what I mean? I actually like Shaka. I don't know. I don't think Shaka is better than Stafford. Is better than, no, I don't think that. JCPenney, the whites. And to each his own. Some people like it. Some people base it on the thickness. The whole thing is not the thickness. The whole thing is how it falls del cuerpo. A lot of it has to do with the hems. The collar has a lot to do with it también. Psh, come on. Where's my people at? Stafford's. Anyways, I live in Colorado Springs. That's right, my boy Aguilar, and I believe Pueblo, about 25 minutes from Springs, was Mexico at one point, and there was a lot of Spanish settlements here. We have the Sangre de Cristo Montañas. That's right, my boy. So I believe there's a rough estimate percentage that it was like 30% of the, that's a big number, of the modern day United States. It was raza. So not too long ago, me and the wifey were in Las Playas de Rosarito. Gente, man, como México no hay dos. We were in the Playas de Rosarito, and I told the wifey, I said, honey, if Mexico would have never lost the war, because they were battered, gente, fuck. The France, they were throwing chingazos with France and just bullets all night, getting battered, and then go to against a super strong military with smart intent. I think the way they won it was the generals, gente. I think it was the U.S. generals. I think it was the U.S. generals the reason they lost the territory, cabrón. Again, they're battered, they're beated, etc. It is what it is. But I told the wifey, all up the coast, California, would have looked like Rosarito. Imagine the water splashing of these oceanside haciendas, you know, and they would have been remodeling them and fixing them up, keeping them hopefully rustic. But because half of the shit, you know, is falling into the water. Let's just keep it real. You know, the Mexicanos down there didn't have the best construction skills. They tried, though. They tried, okay? We tried, you know. And the raza es más, si se puede, cabrón. Si se puede, but, you know, yeah. So it would look like the beaches of Rosarito up here, but the territory's gone now. So there's some people say, bring it back. We want the land back. Even reparations. People even go off that end and say, you know what? I want to be paid now from what happened centuries ago. I don't know. We could talk about that too. I'm just saying make it make sense. And I guess I do come from, okay, I'm a taxpayer, cabrones. A lot of us are taxpayers. Let's keep that real. How are you going to avoid Uncle Sam? We got to pay for a lot of that. We got to pay for all these subsidies. We have to pay for all these programs. We have to pay for, they're giving all free health care at the border. But if you don't pay your health care, and if you don't let the government take it from your check, you get fucking fined $3,000. Or they'll just take it out of your tax return. So make sure you pay, but anyone that comes over the border illegally gets 100% health care. Matter of fact, if they want a sex change, let's just go ahead and help them out and pay for a whole sex operation. Why not? It's the humanitarian thing to do. If we really love people, give them free health care, though no one knows who they are, and change their sexual organs free of charge, $80,000. Who cares? There's taxpayers. Because what's right is right. Just like when they were burning down cities. Oh, well, burning down cities because they're doing it for that pinchy Floyd guy is in the name of justice. It's the right thing to do. Burn down apartment complex, hopefully no one in them, that belong to property owners. Burn down businesses that people have put blood, sweat, and tears 20, 25, pinchy, 30 years. I've heard of some of these instances where the pinchy shop owners got fucking so scared. One, him and his daughter, he grabbed a shotgun, went under the counter, and hugged his daughter as they're breaking his windows and ransacking his business. I guess until it hits you, until it hits close to home, you might have a differing opinion. And if you're persuaded by internet memes and what the internet says, or if you still want to be a cool kid and get inside the crowd that said, no, that was for the right thing to do, I get it. I think a little bit objectively and say, well, that wouldn't have been the right thing to do. All right, let's keep it pushing. That's right, my boy Machete. Eminent domain will jack your land property. It will, cabrón. So eminent domain. Okay, so they did eminent domain to my mother. My mother worked for 15 years. Downtown Salinas. It was called M&F Department Store. And my mother was a costura. She was a seamstress. So this was a store that there was a lot of peleas inside of because it was the hood store. It was the hood store. People, my 831 people, if you're at least Generation X like me, then you would know M&F Department Store. Half of the stuff Ben Davis, half of the stuff Dickies. Carhartt, Frisco, Solos, Hush Puppies, you name it. The brim hats, Stacy's, all of that stuff. So my mom's worked there, okay? And then her boss got rest in peace. It was a murder robbery. So after they did that, obviously everyone just left. That was the piece of Salinas that was between the Steinbach Center and First Awakenings. Eminent Domain took all of those shops. I'm not saying they didn't get property value. I mean, I'm sure they got fair market value. But I'm just saying they got bought out and they said, here's your check. It's called eminent domain. Anyone can come in the name of the law and say, you know what? Here's, the law. Just like when they took the land from the natives. The same exact thing. The natives, they look at them as an inferior race. Not capable to rule, not capable to own, etc. And so they started writing in their language, because that wasn't the natives' language. In their language, they start writing these laws, and guess what they do now? We just created a grant deed. We just created the existence of a title. Well, these natives right here, they won't understand that anyways, but this land is owned and everything is surveyed and marked off. The natives are looking at each other like, what the fuck is going on? We've been with the buffaloes, with the deer, with the bears, our great, who knows how many lines, of generations of grandparents have been on this land, and these guys just get here. And this is what they're doing. Again, I'm not trying to paint some kind of picture. No, we're talking about history, which is definitely one of the core things on Chicano too. So hit that pinchy like. We're always going to be talking about history because aquí we're going to push cultura. That way the youngsters don't open a laptop, get whacked out, can't identify with anything because they have no culture, and then paint their hair like a pinchy unicorn and start wearing seal tight skin jeans. So anyone can come in the rule of law. Eminent domain. You got a house, but it's in an area around commerce. It's in a commercial area. They could come knocking on that door and without you wanting it, cash you out. Cash you out. All right, let's keep it pushing. I do want to talk about Johnny Canales because I was a little chavalito on the couch. Those are good memories, man. Those are good memories. I was a little chavalito on the couch, and I remember the house that we had. It was in Salinas. It was our first house. It was our very first house. It was in an alley called Meyer Court. Meyer Court is off of Hebron Street, and it's right between. It's a horseshoe, a court alley. It's a horseshoe alley. It's right between Fremont and East Market. It was between Fremont Street and East Market Street, and it was called Meyer Court. So that was the first house. I was a little kid, Sherwood School, and I remember sitting on the couch, and my dad, happy. I mean, very early on, that's the only memories I ever have of my dad smiling. Rest in peace. And then to the fathers this weekend, shout out to you. Shout out to the real fathers. I don't remember him ever being happy a little bit later in life. He got more quieter and quieter and was very reserved. But those were the very early years. And when Johnny Canales would come on, this smile would come on. Pops would come out with the pork chop sideburns. Boom. Down here, you know what I mean? When I think of Pops, I think of that one song. Clave siete es la consigna. Remember that one? Yeah, that's what's up, man. So he would come out. Pops would have the rings on. He had like a ring on every finger. Pops used to like to wear rings. He had all the rings on. Okay, I remember he used to tell me, "Mira, estas." It was a sapphire stone, but I forgot what he used to call it. Y estas this and estas that, and also another thing my dad absolutely loved, and we're talking about Johnny Canales right now. Rest in peace. You got it. Take it away. Is he absolutely loved esclavas. If you don't know what an esclava is a pinche, well, it's a Spanish word, right? One, but it's a pinche como una pulsera. So it's kind of like a pinche Mexican chain. I want to say Mexican chain. I'm not going to feminize it and say, oh, it's a bracelet. No, that's a effeminate word. No, it's a Mexican chain. Pops had a esclava, right? He would have his name on there, right? Boom, pass. And he would get all lit up, man. He'd come out with the Tejana hat. Boom, he's sitting on the there, and they're playing Johnny Canales. I kid you not. He had un chingo de música norteña, like we're just talking about right now, right? With Clave Siete, Los Invasores del Norte, so o de Nuevo León. He would have nothing but accordion guys. Man, maybe he had Ramon at one point or not, but Johnny Canales is, to me, ese way, was like the mogul to watch on Spanish television. He was like the pinche David Letterman. The David Letterman for Mexicanos. I remember sitting on the couch just because Pops is so happy watching this pinchy show. I'm sitting on the couch because every man, every boy, we look up to our fathers, and I'm seeing them happy as hell. And I'm looking at the TV and he has an artist singing or he's interviewing the crowd or whatever. And I'm like, this show is popping. Johnny Canales is the man. He's the man. And so I just want to say this, RIP to him. Condolences over to the family, everyone that knows. If he touched you, say you were a chavalito like me, at least a Gen Xer and older, and you saw his show, hit a 1. Hit a 1. Hit a 1 in the chat. Or at least you could do this. Go, since it's trending right now, and watch a clip. Put Johnny Canales on your search on IG. Put Johnny Canales on your search in Facebook or YouTube, whatever, and watch a little clip. That takes me back. That was the first house. I've talked about the first house in the members only. You just got to go back. Right now we're on My Chicano Story. I just dropped part 8. My Chicano Story, my members know. I just dropped My Chicano Story part 8 in the members only. And so we're on 9. We're making progress. Okay, now or at least we're in the high school years. But the first house, when I talked about The incident where my bike got stolen and got brought back, and those were the fellas that I knew. I said, I'm going to go kick it with these fellas right here. The beginning of everything. That was the house where we used to watch Johnny Canales, Pops Tejana. I got two badass canvases of Pops. One of them tiene dos caballos. Boom, one on each side. The top hat, boom, pork chops hitting. I'm a man's man. Boom. You know, when men like Pops come in the room, it's like, and I'm not saying it, on the same level, like, success-wise, but as a man-wise, it's like Chente walking in. So imagine Chente walking in to a room, right? If the men ain't men, they're going to feel uncomfortable. Straight up.
Life's a risk, carnal.
If the men ain't real men or ain't manly, your fucking masculinity level just goes from what you thought it was. Oh, I'm a man. I work out. I lift weights and, whatever makes you a man. Whatever you tell yourself to make yourself a man. All of a sudden it goes from that level to a motherfucking man walks in the room. Boom. And you're like, shit, this motherfucker's on point. So anyways, I got one of Pops like that. And then I have another one of Pops, and he was in a tuxedo. So I have those. So, hey, to the fathers this weekend, cabrones, man, happy fucking Father's Day, man. You guys are putting in the work. Hopefully it doesn't happen like the memes where getting ready for Father's Day. And he's cooking the whole pinche disco. He's cooking all the plancha, all the food. And he goes back, he puts a regalo right there, and he blindfolds his eyes. Getting ready for Father's Day. He walks up to the food, and then he uncovers his eyes. And he cooked it for hours, and that's his Father's Day. Leo M says Shaka wearing pro clubs. Yeah, so the Shaka wear is new. To me, the pro club is new, too. My kids started wearing that about the time they started going in middle school. I know, shout out to the food community. I know the food community is sponsored by Shaka. I think they'll give you 15 if you want to save 15, which is probably at least save the shipping, right? Because they're going to ship it from wherever they're at. Or you just go down to the hood. All the hoods now have Shakas and pro clubs. But to me, I'm a Stafford guy. I just want to keep that a buck. Maybe people have never even heard of the pinchy JCPenney Stafford. I mean, but again, it might be specifically a Salinas thing. So I might be thinking that every city has a pinchy JCPenney Stafford section. I don't know. But those were the white shirts to get. Straight up. That's right. Hit that pinchy like. That's right. Feed me tube. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you. That's right. Septic tank. Was it weather's? The weather's better in Santa Cruz. That's right, my boy. Yeah. Yeah, Santa Cruz is Feedman, man. It's really, really nice. They got that boardwalk over there. It's like a carnival on steroids. It's Feedman. It's cool. I got some stories about Santa Cruz back in the day, but those are going to stay exclusively on the members only, where your boy made it out by like the skin of his teeth out of the boardwalk. Southcoast Monterey on the weekends, just traffic 101 South. Weather fighter. Yeah, that's right, man. You go through the weather changes, but hey, bro, I'm so used to the open traffic, bro. I can't do no big city life, man. The wifey's been everywhere, bro. Chicago, New York, and all these huge cities. I've been on some of the trips. Like I went to Chicago. I passed on the New York one, and again, these are just little jobs and stuff like that. I'm just not a big city dude, man. I got to get to my destination on time. I don't want to be looking for parking. None of that desmadre, man. I'm just not a big city dude, man. But anyways, we're going to keep it pushing. That's right. Risky Business says, that's our onda. That's right, cabron. That's right. Someone said on one of the Blood In, Blood Out pages, they said, how far would have Miklo went if he never would have did the hit on Big Al? And I said, it would have been hard. Two scenarios. One, he would have never, ever overcame the race thing. He never would have overcame, because the race thing is only a California thing. It's crazy over here. We're not talking about that. That's loser shit at the end of the day anyways. But, or two, he would have overcame the race thing, but he would have only been to the level like a foot soldier. A foot soldier. That's it. You know what I mean? But yeah, this one page, I don't know who's running this page, and it's on Facebook. And it has like 50 or 60,000 in the group. Whoever's doing it is literally making a meme every single day about Miklo, about Paco, all of them every single day. So shout out to that one, man. That's right. My boy, Feed Me Tube, that's right. I appreciate you. Stafford was what everyone in the 831 was wearing. Nice fit on the neck and arms. Okay. So you're from the 831 or what, cabron? You're from the 831? Let me give a shout out to, I want to give a shout out to EBK Carnalito. He is in the 831. Shout out to him. There ain't too many Chicano channels up here. Or there's Chicano channels up north, but they ain't really doing it. They ain't really doing it like that, you know. Gente, in about, again, I'm retiring, gente. By the time I'm 50, this is the plan that I got. So while you guys stay with me, or you guys that have been with me from day one, when we take it to that level, and what I'm talking about is, you know, by the time I have more time to do shit, we're going to be the most poppin'est, crackingest fucking channel up north. We're going to convert this shit now into getting it popping. And we ain't going to be like the banda world, just nobody sitting on the couch. One dude looks like a tecato. The other dude looks like his mom dresses him. We're going to get this shit popping. It's just, it takes time, and right now I ain't going to put that much, cabrón, in this. Already the daily dose que te doy al mediodía, and we got the Wednesday night Chicano hour. We got the Friday night Chicano hour. And then the Sunday night show is just how we started before the rebranding. And to me, this is what I say. It's not a real Chicano channel unless it's playing oldies, cabrones. ¿Qué hubo? You agree with me or you don't?
What the fuck you trying to mad dog it, sis?
That's right, my boy. Stafford, everyone. That's right. Noel B, that's right, my boy. That's right. Fort Worth, Texas is in the casa. That's right, cabrón. We were just in Dallas. We went through Dallas, and then on the way back, we went through Atlanta, where I bought this shirt. Cabrón, I bought this pinchy shirt in Kentucky, man. So shout out to you, cabrón. Hey, you're on Chicano Street. Aquí, ya sabes, aquí estamos todos los pinches Chicanos. Every ciudad, Fort Worth has a pinche Chicano Street, has a Chicano Street like this, cabrón. What is Chicano Street? Ahí están todos los pinches Chicanos, güey, with flannels, hush puppies, windbreakers, you name it. You already know the estilo, way. We just put our own seasoning on here. And the people, what they love about tuning in right here is we speak the raw, we speak the real, we don't sugarcoat shit. Ain't no one, no agendas. We ain't bought by anyone. Ain't no one twisting my arm to say something. Support someone, don't support. Absolutely not. I just dropped a video on Alex Enamorado. The other day I did a live and I touched on that subject. I don't agree with a lot of the things with politics or maybe moral things or other things in anyone's past that we could all point out at each other all day long. But just because I don't agree with that, I'm not going to not push the buyout that's happening tomorrow on Whittier Boulevard between 3 and 10 o'clock, 5-5. Put this in your GPS, gente. If you're in LA, if you want to help out Alex Enamorado, 5556 Whittier Boulevard. 5556 Whittier Boulevard. Because I put myself in his shoes. And been in those pinchy shoes right there. And when you don't have a pollo, if he gets appointed to the pinchy public pretender, Alex Enamorado is going to get broke off max sentence. Max sentence. I'm not saying that I wish that on him, but he's going to get broke off max sentence. And so 6,000 in the GoFundMe, that's 6,000 in the GoFundMe. So how does anybody know the percentage that GoFundMe takes from you? So the 6,000 still has to get clipped off the top. So what's really left from the 6,000? So that's why these direct ways, like they're doing the buyout of the food tomorrow. Hey, you want to support that? Go ahead and support that. Some people get pissed off at me. Fuck that, Mikey. He said this. He's LGBTQ. Fucking the trans. Against the church. He's an atheist. All this other shit. He's got DVs. Blah, 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 blah. The other day, he knows what he's going through, and he's the one sitting in a cement bathroom. And maybe for years. Let's just keep this real. Sometimes some of these punishments don't fit the crime. Sometimes they don't, especially when that three strikes came out. That fucking governor, what was his name? Pete Wilson? Or no, what was his name? I can't remember. But when they passed that 3 strikes, that was signed, pushed by Clinton, 100% backed up by your favorite president, Weekend at Bernie's, Joe Biden. Your favorite president. Who said, in his words, if you ain't voting for me, you ain't black. Pendejo. Anyways, we don't want to get into that too much. That's right, Aiden Blaze is in the casa. He's laughing like a motherfucker. That's right, man. We're on Chicano Street. You already know what it is, my boy. Hey, hit that like, hit that pinchy subscribe, man. It's Father's Day weekend, man. I hope you guys turn up, turn out, show up. Do what you do, man. Do it responsibly, man. Have a drink if you drink. And we'll see you guys on Sunday night. But next Wednesday, we're going to have the 1 year, 11,000 soldiers in 1 year. I appreciate you guys, man. I can remember when I said this when we were at hundreds. All we need is 300 pinchy Spartans. That way we could just dominate shit and take it over. And instead, and 300 Spartans, guess what we got? We got 11,000. But it makes sense because how much raza is in all these pinchy states? How much raza is in California, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas? Come on now. Keep that a buck.
Now you home with us and defend the barrio. Patos locos forever. Forever.
Last thing I'm going to touch on, you guys, is Bill Belichick. He's wilding out, cabrones. Bill Belichick is wilding out, okay? 72 years old. We already know that he went through the Tom Brady dynasty of the New England Patriots. The head coach, which a lot of people put the whole thing on. If the shit goes good, it's on the head coach. If the shit tanks with your football team, it's on the head coach. Let's keep that a buck. So this came out, okay, and so here's multiple sources have reported this. Again, I can never be like Joe from Reservoir Dogs. You know, I can never be 100 on anybody. That's why that guy was the rat on Reservoir Dogs. And me too, I can never be 100 on anything that was just publicized, but because TMZ, NFL, and some other outlets, big outlets are saying it, I'm going to go ahead and have the confidence to say it. Head coach Bill Belichick, 72 years old, is currently dating a cheerleader who's 24 years old. There's a 48-year age difference between who Bill Belichick is currently. He's wilding out. That's why I put that on the title. He's wilding out. There's currently, is it a 48? I can't do the math in my head. I'm too tired. It's Friday. I guessed it, though. If it's a 48 years, I want to know what Chicano Tube, let's bring it to the Raza's court. Age ain't none but a number. What do the people say? I can't do it because the girl, when she was born, I was this age, or love knows no number, or there is a little bit of difficulty in that situation, or you know what? Mind your pinchy business. Don't be a chismoso. And you know, when the police are across the street, all of a sudden la tía quiere salir de la casa barriendo, sweeping. just because I said, hey, here comes football, cabrones. We're about to get into it. Wait till I start dropping the memes, and I'm going to say football's here, talk your shit, bang your team. We're going to go into it hard as hell. Or none of our business. What does the people say, cabrones? Oh, man. Get on the... La Hazard controlamos todo. That's right, my boy. That's right, Machete. You already know what it is. Am I watching Benavides tomorrow? So, yeah, let me give my thoughts about that. We'll go all the way down. We'll go down the list. But anyways, I'm reading some of the comments. Yes, of course. Benavides is exciting. Do I think he's fighting anyone exciting? No, I think he's fighting a bote. I think he's fighting another can. He's going to kick easily. I believe people are avoiding Benavides, and sometimes people say that they have the right to. Remember, Canelo Alvarez, people forget, this is what I'm saying, that all we see is memes and shit, and that's all the knowledge that we know without knowing shit about shit, right? But anyways, like Floyd Mayweather's uncle said, a lot of people don't know shit about boxing. Anyways, David Benavides, he's tested positive. He's tested positive. Canelo Alvarez has tested positive. When you test positive one time, just like I was talking about Alvin, that's like you be lying to the people one time. They're going to always think you're a liar. And if you test positive for dope one time when you're boxing, they're going to think you're a dope head the rest of your career. They could question your wins now because you tested positive. I don't know. This is what I think happens. I don't know. I've never been inside of a professional boxer's training camp, but they got nutritionists. They have coaches. They have trainers. They have staff. They have people around them to help guide them through this shit, right? Somewhere in those pinchy supplements that they're taking to just get on the edge, to get ready to just run that fade, boom, bap, boom, boom, bap, and how they have to do for 12 rounds sometimes, throw damage at each other, highest level of fighting. Well, you know what I mean, boxing, not MMA. Somehow maybe shit gets mixed in or something. It happens so frequent. Again, I'm not justifying that. That could be one possibility. I don't know. Or they could be juicing. And it's a legitimate juice. I don't know. But anyways, Alvarez has been positive. Dave has been positive. David Benavides has been stripped previously of his world title. No one's talking about that. Again, I'm not proponing for Alvarez. Moms was from Jalisco. Moms, shit, man. I would order Canelo Alvarez every pinche fight for Moms, man. Moms loved it when Alvarez was coming out and they would say, fighting out of Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, Saul. I don't want to keep going. That was too much energy. But did you notice how I was working the mic? You got to do it. You know about the working the mic? At certain points in the pitch, you back up from the mic a little bit, and at certain points you get it's a technique. Shit. Only us know. Only we know. Anyways, what was I even talking about? So the fight, yeah. So been stripped out. So the thing with Gervonta Tank Davis. Oh, I'm glad you reminded me, cabron. Floyd Mayweather just fired his long-time CEO, Leonard Ellerbe. In the middle of this camp, speculation is saying that when Leonard went up there and was counterintuitive of promoting the fucking fight, you know what he said? You know what Leonard Ellerbe said? Leonard Ellerbe said this fight is like a mismatch. Is like a mismatch. In 2017, when Tank was defending was fighting for a world title, he said, you know where Frank Martin was? He wasn't even in the pros. Do I think that hurt the promotion? Absolutely. That was out of line. I think he realized it. But you notice how the headlines don't say he got fired. He got fired. He got fired. What do the headlines say? A letter from Mayweather Promotions. We'd like to thank Leonard Ellerbe for everything he's done, being the best CEO. We'll always have a relationship. Blah, 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 blah. But why was it the morning after he said that, and it leading up to a fight they're promoting? That's what happened. I think the speculation is right on that. Floyd said, this dude, he's too old now. He's too old now.
Chain snatching, jive ass, Monaco motherfuckers.
He's too old now. And again, the day before, so Tank Day, I think they're both fighting botes, but the reason they put David on there is because Martin is a nobody. I think they already knew that Martin was not a name. So put Benavidez with Davis. To me, if you're a main event fighter, I would never make you a co-main event fighter the next time. There might be times where it makes sense like this. There might be times. But, once we find out your drawing power, then we'll know how much leverage or who has the leverage, right? Like in negotiations. That's what trips me out. Sometimes people want to start negotiating like there's somebody. But we don't even know if you got any kind of drawing power or not. Period. That's why, like on Content Creator Series of Fighting, I'm not putting up no guaranteed money for a business that I'm starting up. It's going to be the drawing power. And we'll see if you really got the support. Or maybe you don't got the support. And they just like to go on your channel, view your shit, hit the like, comment on your shit. But they don't want to pay the $15. I don't know, But anyway, how do I even get into that, right? So anyways, he fired him. So that's what I think happened. He hurt the promotion by saying those words. Someone just reminded me, I will be seeing Benavidez. But on Sunday, you guys, it's going to be Father's Day. I'm going to go ahead and just tap in with the familia. I don't know. You already know that there's pop-up lives sometimes. If something does break, something trending. Obviously, I'm in the Chicano genre. So that's the genre I'm in. Those are the channels that I watch, etc. So I'm in the Chicano genre. So if something pops, and there ain't too many of us in here, I'll tell you that. Matter of fact, we're spearheading this whole thing. So we're the ones here on Chicano Tube that put the blue little check mark Chicano next to you, because some of these cabrones want to come in here and culture vulture off our shit. I seen that already happen a couple times. I'm like, is this dude even Chicano? Someone says, nah, he's an Indian. And I'm like, well, then why is he coming out with a page that says Chicano? Or another rapper, he says, he just commented yesterday. I won't put his name out there. He goes, I've been the king of Chicano rap. I just been letting it. I'm like, yeah? What's your name? You see what I'm saying? I'm already just starting to ask those questions. Again, not for division, but just, this is what it is. We're on Chicano Street. You're going to remember. You're going to remember that I said this one day. When all the cabrones want to tap in with us, and they already know what it is. They're going to come through Chicano Tube to get on YouTube Landia. That's right, my boy. Ruben C's in the casa. Whoop, whoop. That's right, my boy. I send mine's my boy. I appreciate you, Ruben C. That's right. You just reminded me of the comment of Marvelous put on the IG story. I put up that story because someone sent me a clip and said Alvin's lying to the people again. He's telling the people, well, YouTube says I got fired. According to YouTube, 2 moments later. That's on my last video, so you can go ahead and watch that again. Hey, and at the same time, it's like, imagine me. I got fired from the Pinchy City Council, and then I'm going to be preaching to you about politics. Listen to me. I let the people go one time. I left them hanging. Not like the army, no man left behind, and they're carrying cabrones on their shoulders. He left the whole Pinchy barrio, North Hollywood, Northeast, hanging, and didn't give no explanation. And now, wants to argue about it and lie in the comment section. For what? Huge ego. Huge ego. All right, you guys.
Life's a risk, carnal.
I said mine. Mike, working the mic. That's right, my boy. Hey, I'm done, man, working the mic. Hey, happy Father's Day to you, cabrones. Go back and listen to the replay. If those that listen on podcast style, I appreciate you. Shout out to you all, the Salinas Valley Memorial Hospital, Natividad Hospital, FedEx, UPS, Home Depot. Today, Ace Hardware. I took a selfie with un cabron. Ace Hard. Shout out to you, my boy. Ace Hardware on the south side. And then I went to go get what's it called? A hard water treatment. I went to go clean moms, you know what I mean? And it's because people don't even know how to clean the markers right. It got to be boleado. I want moms to always be shining at the cemetery. Like when you pull up the moms, you got to put the pinchy Ray-Bans on because moms is just blinding you. You know what I mean? The black granite headstone. So shout out to you. So shout out to everyone that listens podcast style. I appreciate you guys for listening. It's Friday night. I'm going to tap back in with the familia. Enjoy the weekend. Happy Father's Day para todos los padres que están ahí. Y si tienes un padre, and afortunadamente, abrázalo, tell him you love him, hug on him. If you have a grandfather, if you have a tata, this may sound like some older head shit, like I'm an old head shit, but hug them, love on them, take a picture with them. Yes. I know I'm not from the selfie generation that does all this all the time, but the beautiful thing about taking a picture is, the memory. That's why the beautiful thing about social media is like every year remind you about that. Make as many memories as you can, cabrones. We're proponents for that. Live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. You guys, I'm going to finish up. I'm going to give a roll call, and then we're going to go ahead and end it on Friday night. Trip out on the whole Platica, Johnny Canales, whatever it was. We went all over the place. We're talking about natives, the land, Yellowstone, Floyd, on and on. We went about different things, but this is what we do here. We didn't open up the lines tonight. I opened up last time. And the next time we will open them up. And I'll see you Wednesday night at the giveaway. The 1 year anniversary giveaway for the people, for the raza, all because of you guys. We're going to give it away. 11,000 soldados. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. To the next live, cabrones. To the next live. I appreciate you. Pancho Zapatas in the casa. Remember the dude that said Chavez fights Tijuana? Gotcha, man. A lot of his shit talking way. Before the fight, you got to sell the fight way. You got to sell the fight, mate. That's why some of these characters, some of these characters are too much, man. Well, I'm not going to say his name. Well, I really don't know how to talk shit, Mikey. And it's just not in me. It's not in me. Motherfucker, what if you got fucking socked in the face? Don't give me that lame-ass, pussy-ass excuse that you can't talk shit. Is it going to take a punch to your nose to get you serious about shit and knock the green? I'm wilding out in the end. I don't know. Miss Randy Jean is in the casa. I appreciate you. Oh, I'm sorry for my words. Sorry to offend with my words. Aquí están. You know what I mean? Something just hit a nerve right there. You know what I mean? Randy Jean, I appreciate you. What it do? Hey, cancer free. Woo, woo. Cancer free. I'll tell you what, anyone that comments cancer free in the comment section gets the biggest applause of them all. God bless you, Miss Randy Jean. God bless your family over there. Live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. The voice for Chicanos. I'm going to let you guys go. Happy Father's Day. But remember what I always say? Mi beautiful, firme, linda raza. In the end, all you got is the memories.